What a great crowd. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are the true patriots. Now, with all due respect, I have a few questions for the man who occupies that large White House on the other side of the ellipse. Why, Mr. President, did you repeatedly deceive the American people? Why have you repeatedly pledged on at least 40 separate occasions that Iran must never get a nuclear weapon? And now, why are we suddenly told that, yes, Iran can get a nuclear weapon with the consent of the international community if they just wait it out for 10 or 15 years? 10 or 15 years? What is that in the life of a nation? It's a blink of an eye. And that is assuming they don't cheat. By the way, Mr. President, with all due respect, what is it exactly about the words "death to America" that you do not understand? Mr. President, you are a father. Why have you just negotiated away the security of our children and grandchildren to the world's leading state sponsor of Islamic terrorism? What makes you believe, Mr. President, that the Iranians have any intention whatsoever of keeping their word when Qasem Soleimani, who probably has more American blood on his hands than any other person on the face of the planet, has already violated the deal by traveling to Russia to negotiate the sale of the S-300s? He's not supposed to leave the country, according to the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, for 5 years. Why, Mr. President, is it the White House and the Democrats, why are they trying to filibuster a vote? Is it because you know that more than 2 out of every 3 Americans are against this deal? Are you afraid that those who vote for the deal will eventually have their signatures on an Iranian nuclear bomb? Why are you trying to conceal from the congressional oversight the side deals signed between the IAEA and the Islamic Republic of Iran? When, as Congressman Pete Rostam has pointed out, the legislation that you signed, the Iran Nuclear Review Act of 2015, specifically states that every side agreement related to the deal must be submitted to Congress for review before the 60-day review period is passed or begins. Why, Mr. President, did you undermine the beauty and the wisdom of the founders and the framers of the Constitution when they said that any treaty deserves 2/3 of the Senate to approve it? There is no negotiation that is more important than this deal, which will have implications on the safety and security of our children and grandchildren for generations to come. You answered this question. Secretary of State John Kerry did it in a hearing because they knew they would never get the votes. And that's because the American people have more wisdom in the little fingernails of their pinkies than you and your administration do in your entire collective bodies. As Sir Winston Churchill once said, you have before you the choice of war or dishonor. You have chosen dishonor, and we will get war. Thank you very much.